Hey guys, welcome to the Thread of Thoughts podcast. I am your host, Tia. Honestly, it just feels so good to be behind the mic again. I don't think y'all understand the stress and pressure I was putting on myself to actually record and release the first episode. But here I am, working on episode two. Here y'all are, listening to episode two. I just kind of had to do it, right? And I think that with this episode and future episodes, it's just going to flow a lot better, flow a lot easier. I'm feeling way more confident now, so I'm just so excited. Now, this week and next week, I will share 24 things I've learned in my 24 years of living. This will be a two-part series because, as I mentioned before, I have a very short attention span, and I honestly just can't see myself talking about 24 things in one sitting right now. So I just think it's best to split these lessons up, 12 this week and 12 next week. Some of these lessons I will elaborate on and some I won't, as they'll be pretty straightforward. But to dive right in, I turned 24 in August last month, and I think it's so funny how the closer you get to 25, the more you sort of feel your prefrontal cortex fully develop. It's almost like you have more realizations and things just start coming together out of nowhere, honestly. And I just remember sitting on the edge of my bed on my birthday, and as soon as the clock hit 12, I just started bawling tears. It was a bittersweet moment, but for some reason, when I turned 23, I still felt young and I still felt like I had a lot of life ahead of me. But for some reason, when I turned 24, I started to panic. And I just started to think 24 is close to 25, 25 is close to 30, 25 is half of 50, just starting to panic about age and just getting older. And I do think there is beauty in getting older. You become wiser, you become more knowledgeable, you know, you gain more experiences. And I think that there's this constant mental battle in your head when you're in your early 20s, or at least for some of us. But I want to say most of us, because this day and age is just way different from back then. You know what I'm saying? Way different. And it's almost like you feel old, but you feel young. And like you've done enough, but you've done nothing. And then you feel like you have so much time, but you're running out of time. And speaking of time, the other day I was thinking about what actually differentiates childhood from adulthood. And for me, it's being aware of time. Because when you're a child, you're not so much aware of time. The days feel extremely long. But when you're an adult, everything moves extremely fast. And time becomes something that you just honestly can't ignore. It's like when you're an adult, you have to be so picky and choose so wisely with how you utilize your time. I think this is why I struggle so much with being present, because I'm either constantly fixated on the next deadline or major task, or I'm constantly fixated on when time wasn't even a thing or a thought to me. To be quite honest, my mind is filled with childhood thoughts, and I think about it, I feel like more than I should. I had a wonderful childhood, and I truly feel like 17 and under was the best time of my life. The best time of my life. But when I hit 18, it's like I got smacked in the face, like hard. And I got smacked in the face with a lot of lessons and a lot of good lessons. And some of those is what I want to share with you guys today. Number one, spending money on experiences is always worth it. I recently just kind of came across this because I used to always want to spend my money on material things, not necessarily big material things, but a lot of clothes, I can say. And now I just want to do things. I want to create memories. I want to experience more things. I want to see more things. And I think this kind of hit me because I'm trapped inside a lot. I'm in the house a lot and I don't really travel. I don't really see the world as much. So I think that now is where you need to take it serious on experiencing new things, whether you're experiencing them with people or by yourself. Number two, Trust yourself and listen to your gut the first time. This year, I went through my first and hopefully only heartbreak. And when I reflected on that heartbreak, I just thought about how much could have been avoided had I listened to my gut, had I not ignored the red flags. And my therapist told me that the minute you get a gut feeling, you're right. After that, we just start searching for the evidence. But if you get a gut feeling at all, you are correct. And I have been taking that everywhere with me because it's so true. The fact that your body can even create that gut feeling or something's off or you get that signal, listen to it. Don't dismiss it. Number 3, take accountability. Back to the heartbreak thing, like I said, a lot of things could have been avoided had I listened to myself and really took the steps towards wanting better for myself. So even though I was done wrong really bad, I do have to take accountability in letting things continue. I allowed a lot, and that's what led to the situation worsening. Number 4, always put yourself first. I put people and things before me a lot, whether it's friends, family, work. And the other day I realized I invest so much of my time into other things and people. And I thought about the version of myself I could have been if I invested all that time and energy into myself. And this was something I really had to think about because back to the heartbreak. Back to the heartbreak. I invested so much time and energy into one person over a few years, right? And then I thought to myself, imagine I put all that love, time, and energy into myself. I would be the best version of myself today. But it's important to know it's not too late to ever invest love, time, and energy into yourself. Number 5, rejection truly is protection. Things are just so much easier when you look at life this way. When you just look at it as the universe is going to deliver you something 10 times better. I'm a strong believer in everything happens for a reason and everything that's meant to be will be. And I know it's so easy to question the rejection, whether it's from a person you were hoping to be with, school, work, but you will see why things happened the way that they did. Number 6, comparison truly is the thief of joy. That's it. Number 7, block people. I've had people make me truly feel like I was being so overdramatic for unfollowing them, blocking them. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I haven't questioned why a person blocked me or unfollowed me, but I realized I get it. You have to protect your space. And we live in such a virtual world now. I think it's so important to protect your peace and your space virtually as well. If it's something you don't like, something you don't want to see, get away from it. Don't consume it in any way. Block people's numbers, block people's emails. If it doesn't align with you now or where you're going in life, get rid of it. Number 8, go to the doctor. I understand going to the doctor is not cheap. It never has been cheap. But if you can, please go to the doctor. I am a strong believer in follow-ups and checkups and getting your blood work done, getting a pap smear. All of those things I think are so important. And the dentist. I think going to get a cleaning every 6 months is so important. Like, it's so easy to be so busy and focused on other things that we oftentimes can dismiss our health until it's something major. But I really think that going to the doctor and having those checkups and having those follow-ups is a good way to possibly prevent something that could be major later down the line. Number 9, celebrate yourself often. Do not wait for the next big thing, okay? Don't wait for the job promotion or the school graduation or the birthday. Do it now. Celebrate yourself now. I cannot stress this enough because you get one life. Okay. See, now I'm about to turn up. You get one life. And I just think it's so important to do things just because. Just because, take a vacation because you got through the work week. If you're 21, drink a glass of wine just for completing the laundry. And while those things might seem like simple, small, normal day-to-day tasks, it's still an accomplishment. And if it was difficult for you, it's definitely an accomplishment. It's an accomplishment just for even trying to do it. If you only got one load done and not 4 loads, celebrate yourself. I don't care. I don't care. Don't wait for the next big thing. Now, while I do think it's so important to celebrate yourself, I also need to say that it's also important to know when to stop celebrating. And it's important to have those limits. And I can give you guys an example. So for those who don't know, when I was in middle and high school, I used to be on the step team. And I just remember in high school, anytime we won a competition, we would celebrate. And then my step coach would be like, okay, that's enough. Like, we have to get back to practice. And I think that celebrating yourself too much can make you lose focus of the bigger picture. And you really want to make sure you do everything to stay on track. So when you are celebrating yourself, it's so important to find and create that balance. Number 10, save money. I'm not the best person when it comes to saving money, but save money. And I think a lot of us can say we've spent money on dumb things or wish that we could have got money back from however many times we ate out or whatever we bought that was so dumb. And save money. Save money. I don't care if it's $5 a month. Save money. Number 11, gratitude is so important. And it's just so important to not dismiss the good that's currently happening in your life. No matter how big, how small, be thankful. For example, today I'm thankful for everything, honestly. I was about to point out certain things, but it's just like I'm actually thankful for every single thing ever. I'm grateful. And it's so crazy because I used to be such a negative person. I used to be such a complainer. I mean, I still am sometimes, but I always try to overpower those negative thoughts with positive thoughts and those complaints with things that I'm thankful and grateful for. And I just think that's so important to remember because it really is a mind shift. And if you want to be better in any way, it's going to take a mind shift. Is mind shift even a word? Let me look this up. Okay, so Google says a mind shift is a change of focus and perception. Okay, now I see it on the Urban Dictionary, but I don't see it like straight up on Google. Like, you know how Google has their definitions, like how they pop up. Y'all know the format, but I didn't get that when I just read the definition. So I technically should have said a shift in your mindset, but we're going to go with mind shift. I like it. Number 12, move your body. Small steps can truly improve your mental health. It's so crazy because when you're young, you're looking like, why is it people walking around the mall and why is it people up at 5 a.m. walking the track? It's because they want to improve their mental health. They may also have fitness goals, but mental health is key. Take a walk, go for a bike ride, do 5 sit-ups, something. Just move your body. But that is all that I have for you guys today. I want to thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you subscribe on Spotify, Anchor, and Apple Podcasts. Make sure you also follow us on Instagram at Thread of Thoughts Pod. And I will see you guys next week when we discuss our next 12 lessons.